And there was also talks that AJ Styles had a handshake contract with TNA, guaranteed. And then that went out the window. And then he was supposed to wrestle at Ring of Honor, and Nakamura was supposed to be wrestling this weekend for Ring of Honor. Now he can't even do that because now he's going to WWE.
Hey, man, I'll give credit where credit's due. Triple H is taking away some of the best talent from these places. But there are two wrestlers that he could not take away. We'll get into that when we come back. This is Anthony the Ant-Man alongside Keith Logan, the Loganator, and you're listening to Ringside Rumble Radio on the UCR network, powered by Spreaker.com and free on iTunes. We'll be back.
Unified Championship Radio.
This is Ringside Rumble Radio here, exclusively on UCR Network, powered by Spreaker.com, and also on iTunes. Check us out for free. Make sure to follow us on Twitter and Instagram at UCR Network, and on Facebook, facebook.com// Unified
UCR Network, that's it.
Oh, I thought
you almost had it.
I
was going to give you the thumbs up. I was going to give you 2 thumbs up.
Do I get one thumb up?
You get 1 thumb
Okay.
up. You almost completely did that perfect. But you are no Kurt Hennig.
No, I'm not Mr. Perfect yet. Next week I'll get it right. Before the break, we were talking about guys and wrestlers being signed by the WWE outside of the WWE, the hottest free agents. And there's 2 names, though, that Vince McMahon could not get his hands on, and they will be returning to their rightful places, I guess you could say. I mean, one will stand out the most for me to be the rightful place. That will be Jay Lethal, a New Jersey own. He's from Elizabeth, New Jersey.
Yes.
He's going back to Ring of Honor. It was just announced today he signed a contract.
The world champion.
The world champion of Ring of Honor, which is good because he basically is Ring of Honor right now.
He held both the Ring of Honor heavyweight champion and the television champion.
Mm-hmm.
And he holds his belt like the Nature Boy Ric Flair.
Well, he can do a Nature Boy Ric Flair impersonation pretty well. If you saw him when he was in TNA,
yes,
and Ric Flair was there, he was pretty good. He does the Macho Man pretty good too when he was doing that gimmick.
Black Machismo.
Oh, that was a great gimmick. Let me tell you real fast because we don't have much time. Real fast, I got the TNA Blue Bag online. Apparently, you get 4 random T-shirts thrown in a blue bag, and they send it to your house. I bought it last night. I already got an email confirming that they sent it out today, which was pretty fast.
Yeah. Where's it coming from?
Nashville, Tennessee, the home of TNA.
So will you be getting this next week, I'm thinking?
I'm hoping early.
Saturday?
Maybe Saturday, maybe early next week, I would say. But maybe there'll be a Black Machismo T-shirt in there.
I threw out Shark Boy.
Yeah, I hope there's no Shark Boy in there, because then if there is, we'll be giving that away as a contest prize.
Maybe I want to wear it
on the UCR network.
If it's a large,
I went back and forth. I did 1 large, 1 extra large, 1 large, 1 extra large. So I figure any ones that I really don't like, maybe this station will have a little contest.
Maybe that's a good idea. I know WWE Shop also had like a discounts on belts and titles and DVDs and shirts.
Mm-hmm. But do you think that's a good move that they re-signed him, Jay Lethal?
I think. I mean, he's the star of that company. He's the leader of that company right now.
And I'll take it one step further. Do you think it's a good sign for him? Do you think it's the best place he could be right now is in Ring of Honor?
Yes. For the fact that I'm thinking about this, AJ Styles is gone. who was another star on that show. So now it's just kind of, I mean, could they have other big names in Ring of Honor, but he's kind of like the flagship right now.
Yeah.
And now, let's say down the line, he might be the next hottest free agent a year or two from now to sign with WWE instead of cramming all of them in at once.
Yeah.
Because WWE got Styles and Nakamura and Austin Aries. He'll have his own time.
Plus, they have that deal with New Japan Wrestling where they have guys coming over and Ring of Honor guys. So,
I mean, how about he's come a long way from being in TNA.
oh yes, 150%.
Remember him in TNA as, Black Machismo, as the X Division star, making fun of Ric Flair, doing all these impersonations, and then he goes to Ring of Honor and he holds two of the most prestigious belts in that organization.
And he becomes the truth.
Yep. And remember going to Philadelphia to the former ECW
Yes.
arena to watch him take on Roderick Strong?
Mm-hmm. That was
What
a
a
great
match.
That was a fantastic match. And the best part of it was we were ringside, and when they put it on TV, you saw two guys in the crowd who were standing the whole time wearing their Ring of Honor
Two
T-shirts.
good-looking, quintessential stud muffins.
And we're talking about ourselves over here. We're pulling a little rock right now. That's okay. Another free agent that was about to be...
He said he wanted to come back, too. That's surprising to me.
Yeah. He was a free agent. He could have gone to WWE. Was the one, the only, Jeff Hardy. He's decided, hey, I'm going to stay in TNA. Now, was that a good move?
It's a good move for TNA because they just, they need the names. They need the names, and
Yeah.
now they're going to probably set up a feud between him and his brother. And I think for TNA, it's best for business.
For TNA, yes.
If they do it right.
No. No, because I don't think Matt Hardy should be the heavyweight champion right now.
But considering that he is the heavyweight champion, don't you think a feud between him and his brother for the title makes sense for them?
It does, I guess. But, I mean, if anything, Jeff Hardy, I think, will eventually... Here, again, I'm pulling on Vince Russo. He will win the title, and I could see a possible feud with him and the new signee of TNA, Mike Bennett. I
can dig that.
I think that would be
Let's not forget Ethan Carter is still around.
Throw him in the mix. Even Eric Young is pretty entertaining, and he's a TNA original, so I wouldn't mind seeing him go up again. Bobby Roode. You have James Storm came back.
Bobby Lashley's still there.
Yeah, Bobby Roode's not in. I just realized he's not in there anymore. He's in Global Force.
No, he is. He is.
So who's the one that went?
Actually, that's a funny thing that you bring that up because you remember that poster?
Yes.
He's not on it no more.
He's not on it.
Nope.
Oh.
And he's not on the match listings
for Global Force Wrestling
for this weekend
in Rahway, New Jersey. Cheap plug.
Yeah.
And funny you said that because Pro Wrestling Syndicate. I was reading we move around as you can see on the show. Pro Wrestling Syndicate. They announced that they are dissolving. There is no more. Apparently, they're honoring this week's show, and then after that, I think done. But they're supposed to be starting a new promotion.
Are they going fresh? They're starting fresh?
See, I don't know. You'd have to go on the good old Google and type it in and read up on it.
Wow, but Bobby Roode and James Storm reformed Beer Money.
Because James Storm was in NXT for 2 weeks, I think?
Yeah, and he didn't like the deal that they offered him.
Well, TNA offered him more money, and it was guaranteed money, because now they got brought back these guaranteed contracts. See, that's what TNA needed to do. I think they needed to bring these guaranteed contracts in if they want to succeed and actually make a little bit of a splash in wrestling still, in the whole... Because you lost Samoa Joe. You lost AJ Styles. You lost Austin Aries. All these guys that were...
Them losing AJ Styles was their own fault.
Yeah. Well, that's when they were kind of just getting rid of everybody.
But then they have the nerve to, after he signs with the WWE, to put out that tweet that they had this whole deal in place with him.
Yeah, and then after that, they wished him good luck and said good luck and congratulations on your debut at the Royal Rumble.
They screwed themselves. It's unbelievable. But getting back to Jeff Hardy, do you think this closes the door on him coming back to the WWE? I kind of think it was now or never, because it's not the same old Jeff Hardy. He's coming back from a knee injury. He's been hurt a lot, and he's not going to come back and be a star like he was in the past.
No. I mean,
he's a piece. He'll be like the Dudley Boys. When they brought the Dudley Boys back, they put them together. Mm-hmm. They just been pushing people over.
If anything, if he came back to WWE, it would have to be with Matt Hardy, and they would just reform the Hardy Boys and probably try and revive that whole division, or have another couple matches with the Dudley Boys, because their matches between each other were epic. There's no recreating those, especially at the Royal Rumble 2000 when they had that match. And Edge and Christian, they're not coming back. They're done. So
actually, they are coming back.
Well, they're on the network.
TV show on the WWE network.
Yeah, but they're not going to be wrestling anytime soon. You're not seeing Edge coming out of retirement. He's done. There's no need for him to come back. No, don't even risk it with his neck injury. So even Jeff Hardy, when he takes those bumps, I kind of cringe still looking at it, because how many of those bumps can you take, especially at that age, and you've been doing it for years and years. The Swanton Bomb, going through tables. I don't know if you watched TNA the other night, but he went through a table, and Eric Young did a pile driver, and it almost looked like he didn't do the move correctly. I kind of thought I saw Hardy's head bounce off the table a bit.
Yeah.
So you can't keep doing that forever.
While Jeff Hardy is returning, Kurt Angle is on his way out doing his farewell tour. We thought there might be a chance he would go back to WWE, but he's now even giving thoughts to going into MMA, especially at that age. Wow.
First of all, you have
Call that Kimbo Slice.
You have all these nagging injuries, and that's the reason why you are retiring. You have the neck injury, you've had knee problems, and now you want to go into MMA? I think you're crazy. But Bellators will do anything to get ratings.
Well, yeah, they still have Ken Shamrock.
They're like the WCW of MMA. They sign all these old has-been guys from other organizations who never even stepped in an octagon, and trying to put on a 3-ring circus show, I guess you could say. Is it good for him? I'm sure he'll get money out of it. Will he win a match? I highly doubt it. Yes, he's an amateur wrestler, but I think he needs to
I see the perfect feud between him and Rusev.
Yeah, but that's so. I think eventually he'll be a road agent, or he can make a commissioner, or...
You don't think one last run for him?
Not with the WWE schedule, and with all these new talents coming in. I just don't see it. Maybe I would see it if it was like a WrestleMania match, one last WrestleMania, but no, I don't see it. I think his days in the WWE as a performer or wrestler are done. Maybe he could come back in some enforcer type way down the road if they want to go that way, but I don't see that.
Well, Kurt Angle's career is coming to an end at TNA, and our show is coming to an end this week. Tune in next Thursday as well. This is Anthony the Ant-Man alongside Keith Logan the Loganator, talking wrestling, pro wrestling to all you pro wrestling fans out there. You're listening to Ringside Rumble Radio on the UCR network, powered by Spreaker.com, and catch us for free on iTunes. Have a good night, everyone.
Good night.